Hi, this is Natalie Rydstrom from SBR Picks, and every week Lee Phelps and myself break down the biggest headlines in European football. Right now we're going to take a look at Suarez's return to football after his biting ban and the impact he's had on Barcelona after 3 games. Now, he made his La Liga debut playing El Clasico on the road, and they lost their first match of the season 3-1, and they conceded their first 3 goals. Then they went on to lose another La Liga match, playing 6th place Celta Vigo 1-0 at Camp Nou, but they scored a win in their Champions League fixture, playing Ajax on the road 2-0. Now, he's been in their starting lineup in all 3 matches, and he hasn't scored a goal. Over to you, Lee.
Yeah, and I haven't been overly impressed with him either, to be honest with you. I mean, we set very high standards for Luis Suarez, so I'm not criticising him as a player. I've said on a few occasions when we've done these videos and on, the articles that we do, that when he starts at a new club, that's when he's at his worst, in inverted commas. He never starts and scores goals from the off. Took him a while to get going for Ajax. Took him a while to get going for Liverpool. And I could see the same thing happening again for Barcelona. Now, the problem I had, I didn't think he'd start in El Clasico. I was really surprised, actually. One thing you shouldn't ever do at any level of football, whether you're playing, with your mates in a park, whether you're playing, amateur level, or in the Premier League or international level, if you've got a winning side that's working very well, why introduce something new to it? There's no need to introduce anything new. Neymar, going into El Clasico, had scored 8 in 8. Messi had been scoring goals as well. I think he had 7 at the time. They introduced Suarez, and suddenly everything looks a little bit awkward. Now, what you've seen very quickly is they've gone from that kind of that 4-3-3 that they were playing, where Messi would drop into the hole, he could come back, he could get the ball, he could also push forward and play as a number 10. It was working. The amount of Pedro there, Neymar on the other side, everything was working nicely. Now, since Suarez has come in, Messi seems to have pushed himself up even further, almost kind of sticking his chest out and saying, I'm the main man here. I think it has disrupted things slightly. Maybe not, I don't think there's arguments on the training pitch, but I don't think he's fit into that Barcelona team as well as they would have liked. You mentioned El Clasico. They lost to Celta Vigo by 1-0. Now, they did hit the woodwork 4 times in that game, Barcelona, so let's not get carried away. But, they'll just be starting to worry. They beat Ajax, as you said, and that means, they're progressing in the Champions League fine. Ajax hit the post, and it could have been very different. I just wonder about Suarez. The bet, that's out there right now is whether he will score 19 or more goals in La Liga. Now, I think it's around the even money mark for him to score 19 or more, and it's around 8 to 11 for him to score 18 or less. Now, we've got 28 games left of La Liga season, which is plenty, admittedly. 18 or 19 in 28, he's still going some. He still needs to be getting on the score sheet fairly quickly. I went unders on that when we first talked about this a few weeks ago, and I'm still going unders now. I don't think he'll get more than 19 goals in this season.
Would it be safe to assume, safe to say, that he's probably had a negative impact on Barcelona? They had won their matches, they hadn't conceded a goal, and now obviously things are looking different. Has he had a negative impact?
I don't think he's had a negative impact, to be honest with you. I think it's just unsettled them. They'd been going along very well, hadn't they? They'd won all but one of their games before El Clasico. They hadn't conceded a single goal. But when you talk to people who watch Spanish football week in, week out, that run was about to come to an end. They'd been getting away with it a little bit, and they hadn't really played anyone, Natalie, up until they played Real Madrid. They'd had a very nice start to the season. So I think that was coming. I think the Suarez thing is a bit of a coincidence, and I don't think it's helped, and it's given people something to blame for the change in fortunes. But they will get back on it. Against Ajax, Messi scored 2. They've still got Messi to bail them out. They've still got Neymar. It's just that you can imagine what the egos are like from those 2 guys, and reportedly they're both excellent guys, Neymar and Messi. But there still would be some ego when this other guy comes in, and suddenly it just changes slightly. So maybe not negative, but it's just different, and the different isn't working as well as it was before. Yeah.
All right, so back Luis Suarez to score under 19 goals the rest of the Liga season. Lee Phelps, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
The SBR network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns. Big money free betting contests year-round. a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.